evening, everybody. Welcome to Game Night in the Region, streaming live on the Region Sports Network. We come to you tonight from Wheeler High School as Quintel Incorporated presents coverage of high school baseball. Tonight we have the River Forest Ingots visiting the Wheeler Bearcats. I'm Leo Stauderher. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's broadcast as we are getting ready for this Tuesday evening matchup between River Forest and Wheeler. River Forest 8-6 on the year, 3-3 in the Greater South Shore Conference. They are 2-5 away from home, while Wheeler 6-9 on the season. They are 2-3 in conference play. They are 3-2 here on their home field. As these two teams faced off yesterday, the Ingots got the win 8-2 in that one. So now on short notice, quick turnaround, getting ready to hit the field again. So let's get into the lineups first for the visitors from River Forest. Walter Jamie leads off. He plays center field. Sebastian Colazzo is the pitcher. He bats second. Brandon Ferguson plays first, bats third. Ryder Yates plays left field. He'll be batting cleanup. Levi Harper plays second base. He'll bat fifth. Johnny Brock is the designated hitter. He'll bat sixth. Ahmed Schweizer plays third base. He bats seventh. Ellis Gorham will play right field, batting eighth. And Manny Mendoza runs out the 1 through 9, playing shortstop. And then we turn it over, taking a look at the lineup for the Bearcats. The home team here, Nick Machichi plays center field. He'll lead off. Jack Gates is the pitcher. He bats second. Cash Machichi plays short, bats third. Nick Bravo is in cleanup. He is batting cleanup. He'll play third base. Caleb McLaughlin will play first base, bat fifth. Blake Laba plays catcher, bats sixth. Christian Kutka will be in right field, bats seventh. Noah Udzlik is the second baseman, batting eighth. And Max Serafin rounds out the 1 through 9, batting ninth. As we get closer to first pitch, we will take a look at how the conditions are. The first pitch forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, it is 64 degrees, cloudy here in Valparaiso. A lot of sun peeking through, though. Bright blue sky to go with these clouds. Sunset around 7:44 p.m. when temperatures will dip into the 50s. That's the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Mention the starting lineups. It's time to introduce the starting pitchers for today's game. That means we turn to the Ennigan Berg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers for today, presented by Ennigan Berg Exteriors. For the Wheeler Bearcats, they will send Jack Gates, the sophomore. He has appeared in 6 games. He has a save on the season. He's gone 14 innings, allowing 10 runs, 4 of them earned. He's walked 7, struck out 12. His ERA is even at 2. For the Ingots, their starting pitcher is the junior Sebastian Colazzo. He's 2-1 on the year with an ERA of 2.86, and this will be his 4th start. He's gone 14 2/3, allowing 11 runs, striking out 6. He has walked just 6 while striking out 17. So those are the Ennigan Berg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers. Experienced roofing and siding contractors serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee. Visit them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. So we will step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, it'll be first pitch between Ingots and Bearcats. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. At this time, we ask that you please stand if you're able and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
So we are getting closer for first pitch here at Wheeler. Both teams getting ready to play ball. What is a great day for baseball. Mentioned 64 degrees. Mostly sunny. Well, the wind is blowing in towards right field, so this will be a difficult day for the outfielders to battle with that, but it could help the pitchers, obviously blowing in, so but anything hit towards right field could be a bit of an adventure, so we'll see how that plays as both teams go through their final warm-up talks. We'll take a look. The Bearcats wearing all white uniforms, white caps with an orange brim, white jerseys with some green stripes along the sleeves, green numbers on the back. Bearcats across the front, while the Ingots will be wearing all black uniforms, black with white pinstripes, maroon font across the chest, numbers on the back as well. They'll be wearing maroon caps with some gray or white bills, stripes on those as well. So we are getting closer here. Gates goes through his final warm-up tosses. The lefty on the mound, sophomore Jack Gates also plays outfield. We saw him in relief in that thriller at the Steel Yard a couple of weeks ago. He won an inning, a third, and that one was the pitcher of record for the Bearcats. That was a walk-off winner. He walked 2, struck out 3. That was a thriller and a 4-3 win over Hebron in 8 innings. So the Bearcats have played in some close games. Young group looking to defend their home field against a team that got the better of them last night. So that could be both advantageous or, depending on how you look at it, could also be a disadvantage. But you're facing a team that you just saw less than 24 hours ago. You can shake it off, or for River Forest, they could keep things rolling and try to make it 2 in a row, pick up 2 big conference wins in 48 hours. And that's how it goes with baseball. You always have another challenge the next day, so you can't be holding your head too high after a big win, because then there's just another test the next day, and after a loss, you can't get too down in the dumps because you could be the hero the next day. So baseball, a sport of quick turnarounds, it's the same way inning and inning. If you have a bad first at bat, just as easily bounce back the next one. But as we get ready to go here, Wheeler did score their 2 runs in the top of the 7th, so in their final at-bats got things going, so that could lead into some momentum as Brandon Ferguson picked up the win yesterday for River First. We'll see him playing first base, batting in the 3 spot today. Walter Jamie, the sophomore center fielder, leads off for River Forest. So lefty-on-lefty matchup to start us off. Fans still filing in, but good day to hang out, watch some baseball. So Gates takes a peek down at his catcher, Laba. Lefty goes through his windup, fires it. It's low, and we are officially underway here at Wheeler. Start the count off 1-0. First pitch just in at 5:13 on this Tuesday evening. Here's Gates for the 1-0. Curves outside. We go 2-0. A pair of sophomores facing off as well. Jamie playing center field today. Take a look. River Forest with the more veteran lineup of the 2 this evening. The 2-0 just misses high. We go 3-0. As the Ingots have 3 seniors in the lineup and a couple of juniors as well. Now the 3-0. That's outside. The leadoff batter walks, makes his way on base. 4 pitches outside the zone. Sebastian Colazo, the 4th, steps up.
Number 4, Sebastian Colazo.
The junior pitcher, so he could really help his own cause here. Batting in the 2 spot here. Nobody out, a runner on first base. After a 4-pitch walk to Walter Jamie. So Colazo, right-handed batter, gets ready to work here. The pitch from Gates. He gets him to swing over that one for strike 1. So took a little something off it, spun it towards the batter, and gets a big strike to start the at-bat. Collazo batting .345 on the season. The 0-1. That's outside. We go 1-1. Laba looks down to the runner at first. He goes back to his station. Collazo with 10 hits. He's driven in 5 runs. Team high 3 doubles. Now the 1-1. Bender misses away. We go 2-1. So after going inside towards the hitter for the strike 1, he's now worked a couple pitches away. We'll see now if he goes back towards the batter. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch breaking low to the outer third of the plate, so he evens the count up at 2-2. Gates looks at the runner on first. Now the lefty goes towards the plate out of the stretch. This one tapped towards shortstop where it's scooped up by Machichi. He throws it high towards first base, gets it for out number 1. So the runner advances to second, but Collazo thrown out
Now batting number 20.
on the base paths. So 1 away for Gates. So a lot of. And now Brandon Ferguson, left-handed hitting first baseman, gets ready to work for the away team. Gates peeks over at the runner at second, now goes to the plate out of the stretch, off-speed pitch, knocked towards second base. And it's through the legs of Udslick, and that will score a run. Turning past third and to the plate is Jamie. River Forest quickly takes a 1-0 lead with 1 away here in the first. So the off-speed pitch was hit higher up on the bat towards second base, and it just got past the second baseman, rolled out to right field, which gave Jamie all the time he needed to turn past third and come across the plate. Now Ryder Yates will try to keep things moving for the Ingots against Gates here. Lefty on righty at bat. And he drives this towards left center field. It's curving. It drops between Machichi and Seraphin. Now going for 3 is Ferguson. He slides in safely. So River Forest continues to apply pressure here in their first at-bats. They will have 2 in scoring position as Yates moves to second on the throw.
Now batting number 9. Levi
And
Harper.
Ferguson just 90 feet away from scoring. Levi Harper batting, the senior second baseman. So a big spot for River Forest here. You already have 1 in the bank. Now you could add to this lead, put a crooked number on the board. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. As that was an off-speed pitch, and he got the batter Harper just to swing over it. Start the at-bat off with a strike. The 0-1. Outside we go 1-1. So Harper could put a dent into this first inning. Runners at second and third. Gates trying to work his way out of some trouble. The 1-1. Breaking ball inside for a ball. You see Harper here batting .320 on the season. He's driven in 5 runs. So the senior trying to produce here against Gates. The 2-1. Gets it in there for strike 2. Harper did not offer. Harper 2 doubles on the season. He's down to his last strike against the sophomore Jack Gates. The pitch. That's low. Will go full at 3-2. Laba keeps it in front of him. So you have first base open, but this is a huge out for Gates to get to try to avoid letting things continue to work in favor of River Forest. So the Bearcats looking for a big out here with the count full. The payoff pitch. Lifted foul towards the Wheeler dugout. It continues to carry out of the concourse. Goes off a piece of equipment. Out of the concourse. So construction site going on there. And now we'll do the payoff pitch over again. Gates kicks and fires. This one swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Harper to go down swinging. So good job by Gates. That could be tough sometimes for a pitcher when you get your 3-2 pitch, the 2-strike pitch fouled away, because then you have to adjust, think of something else to offer. Well, he went with an even better one for the payoff pitch part 2 and got his first strikeout of the outing. First pitch to Johnny Brock, fouled away towards the backstop. So Gates not out of danger yet. There's still one more out to get. With runners at second and third. Jamie started off the inning with a walk. He scored. Advanced to second when Collazo grounded out to short. The 0-1, high and away outside. And then Ferguson reached on an error, which then scored Jamie. And then Yates singled, advanced to second on a throw, and that put runners at second and third. But that strikeout against Harper really helped Gates. And you have to think if he can get through this inning with just a 1 run, an unearned run at that, certainly would diffuse some of the tension here. He gets ready for the 1-1. Breaking ball spins, but just outside we go 2-1. But some nice movement on that off-speed bender. Tried to backdoor it there against the right-handed hitter, but missed by a little bit. Now the 2-1. Fastball, that'll be called for strike 2. So 2s are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. River Forest trying to add to this one spot they put up in the top of the first. The 2-2 pitch. Outside we go 3-2. So Gates now still a strike away from getting out of this inning, but in danger of walking the bases loaded. Takes a long look down at his catcher. Gets ready. And now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gates to end the inning, leaves the runner stranded in scoring position. River Forest gets one across the plate. Wheeler will take their first at-bats. When we return, you're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Don't forget to visit regionsports.com, Facebook/regionsports, and Instagram for this week's Powering Indiana Peak Performers presented by NECA, IBEW, Powering Indiana of Lake County. Powering Indiana, the region's most trusted electricians. So getting ready for the bottom of the first here at Wheeler. While the Bearcats will take their first at-bats after allowing a run in the top half of this inning. So it'll be Nick Machichi, Jack Gates, and Cash Machichi, the 1-2-3. We'll be facing the right-hander, Sebastian Collazo. Mentioned 2-1 on the year, ERA of .286. This will be his 4th game started. 17 strikeouts on the year for the righty. So we'll get ready to face this young Wheeler lineup. The Bearcats with 2 freshmen in the starting group, in the starting 9, 3 sophomores, 1 senior, and the rest juniors. So this is a young group that's trying to win on the fly here as well as developing for the upcoming seasons, but certainly a lot of underclassmen talent with this group. Nick Machichi, the junior center fielder, will lead off. So Machichi will look to try to get things started for Wheeler as they try to answer back to that run scored in the top half of the inning. So Collazo gets ready. Collazo just like Gates, batting at the top of the order while also pitching those. Could really help out your lineup when your rotation guys are also contributing every day in the lineup. Get your best athletes on the field. The first pitch from Collazo. And Machichi sends it back through the middle of the infield, going towards second. Harper scoops it up backhanded, but can't throw over to first. So Machichi with the leadoff single.
Now batting number 20.
That's
Jack
the start
Gates.
Wheeler was hoping for. That was hit deep enough down to second base that even though Harper was able to get there, by the time he dug it out, he really didn't have a play to make at first. So the leadoff runner's on, and Jack Gates tries to help out his own cause, picks up the bat, and now the starting pitcher will work out of the left-handed batter's box. Collazo fires the fastball, tapped foul towards the catcher. Gets away from Herrera. But Collazo starts the count off 0-1. So Gates batting near the top of the lineup. Best way for the starting pitcher, if you give up that run in the top half of the inning, he could help them get that run back. He swings through this next one. The runner goes to second. The throw in time. Herrera throws out Machichi at second. So Collazo erases the leadoff single. Now there's one away with the count 0-2. Gates will have to change the approach now. When you're batting with a runner on you, are mindful of trying to advance that runner. Now you're trying to get on with the base paths clear. Now the 0-2 out of the windup from Collazo. Outside for ball one. And you also think about that. The first two pitches, he sees him throwing out of the stretch. Now trying to time up his windup. So the count 1-2. Collazo winds up, fires. Gates cracks it towards center field. Going back is the left fielder, Yates. He will make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting number 12, Cash Machichi.
So now quickly 2 away for the Bearcats, and Cash Machichi, the freshman shortstop, batting for the Bearcats here with 2 away and nobody on. For Collazo, big out to get. You were able to throw out the only base runner and then get a quick fly out. So trying to get the third batter out and get your team's bats back up. The first pitch catches the outer third for a strike. The relay throw from the catcher goes over the pitcher's head. Gets some help from his shortstop, Mendoza. Now we're ready for the 0-1 pitch. Machichi lays off. It's inside. Evens the count up at 1-1. So trying to get that timing down on the windup as Collazo has that slight hesitation after he steps back. You see it there. Kicks and fires. Sends in a strike towards the outer corner. We go 1-2. Goes with the fastball there. Now he's ahead in this at-bat. Machichi down to his last strike. That one inside, evens the count up at 2-2. So this righty-on-righty affair. The freshman shortstop gets ready to work. Herrera gets the sign to Collazo. He goes through his windup. Fastball misses away, so Machichi has worked the count full. Trying to stay alive as Bravo on deck for the Bearcats. Now the payoff pitch. Gets him to swing over it for strike 3. That will end the inning. The Bearcats get the leadoff runner on, but do not send anything across the plate. We're through 1 here at Wheeler, and the River Forest Ingots lead 1-0. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With 40 years of experience serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Ennigenberg Exteriors has only had one goal in mind: to achieve excellent customer service. From commercial and residential roofing to siding, window, and door replacement, Ennigenberg Exteriors delivers 110% customer satisfaction from the first hello to the final walkthrough. Visit Ennigenberg.com for more information or give them a call at 219-365-2837. Ennigenberg Exteriors. Restoring hope, one project at a time.
Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports by supporting and following us on social media. We're always active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and online at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. Top two here at Wheeler. River Forest leads 1-0, has a chance to add to that with Schweizer, Gorham, and Mendoza due up. 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Ingots in their second at-bat. Gates, the starting pitcher,
Number 12, Ahmad Sweet.
after that unearned run, did a good job of bouncing back with two runners in scoring position. He picked up back-to-back strikeouts to end the first, so really stepping up when things were intensified and worked his way out. So now he gets ready to start a clean inning, top two, here on his home field on a windy day that should favor the pitcher. First pitch to Schweizer, fouled away towards the River Forest dugout. That carries out. So the count starts off 0-1. Schweizer, the senior third baseman. The righty batting .333 this season. 4 hits on the campaign. The 0-1. That's inside. We go 1-1. 2 doubles to go with that stat line. Now the 1-1. Gates gets that one called for strike 2 on the outer corner. So he was looking for that spot a lot in the first inning, that backdoor breaking ball, and he gets it here in the second. The 1-2. This one lifted, foul towards the dugout. It rattles off the fence, so we stay 1-2. But Schweizer able to dig in and foul away a 2-strike pitch, stays alive at the plate. The 1-2 from Gates. Schweizer hammers this down the third baseline. It stays fair, rolls out towards left field. He produces, gets the single to start off the second. That was well struck down the line. Really got a hold of it. That'll fire up the River Forest dugout. And now we'll see Ellis Gorham batting for River Forest. Lefty against Gates. With the leadoff man Schweizer on base. We'll see if he's the threat to steal. Gates goes to the plate. Gorham shows bunt, taps it back to the mound. Gates gets there, throws down to first, so there's one out. Going to second on the sacrifice is Schweizer. He's in scoring position. But so using the bunt to advance Schweizer. MJ Mendoza batting out of the 9 spot here will work for River Forest, so that could be big. Big at-bat here. See what you could do with the 9-hitter with the top of the order looming. With one away, the pitch goes towards second base. Flesnick gets there, throws to first. Gets it there for out number 2. So the runner advances to third, but good play by the Bearcats second baseman. And what was a close play at first because of where it was hit. He had to circle over, go down to one knee to scoop it up, and really moving down the line was Mendoza. Made it a close call. But he was able to get there for the second out, but 90 feet away from scoring is Schweizer. Walter Jamie, who led off the first inning with a walk, scored the game's only run, takes a first pitch ball from Gates. So the top of the order up here. 1-0. Called strike one. And look at it. The 8 and 9 hitters did their job, advanced that runner to third base. With the top of the order up now, you can try to bring him home. As River Forest leads 1-0. The 1-1 pitch, low and away for ball 2. And so both of them with the bunt and then the ground out to second make contact. Bearcats get the out at first on both plays, so that allows Schweizer to advance. The 2-1. Outside we go 3-1. Well, we're leading it to that dangerous stretch at the top of the order. Jamie with Collazo on deck. Ferguson waiting as well. Big point in the game. The sophomore gets the sign from his catcher. Kicks and fires towards the plate. That's low for ball 4. Jamie collects his second walk of the day. So that'll put runners on the corners for River Forest with 2 away. And Sebastian Collazo will bat. So Collazo, after pitching well in the bottom of the first, could really help out his workload by adding to the lead. Make things a little more comfortable on the mound. Gates looking for the out here. Collazo grounded out to short in his first time up. First pitch spins high for ball 1. Wheeler picked up the win over, or River Forest picked up the win over Wheeler yesterday. The runner goes down to second. Laba looks over to the runner at third. Does not throw down, so able to swipe second is Jamie. Now 2 in scoring position with the count 1-1. Similar to what we saw on the top of the first. River Forest with runners at second and third and 2 away. This breaking ball called for strike 2. Good pitch from Gates. Able to start it outside, but then drop it in for a strike. So the count now 1-2. 1-2, 2 on, 2 away, top 2. That misses outside, so we go to a 2-2 count. Gates working against Collazo. Pitcher versus pitcher. River Forest leads 1-0, but chance to add to that. The 2-2. Lifted towards right field. Kutka steps back, goes to the left. And he has room, gets there for the third out, so those runners will be left stranded in scoring position. We are through an inning and a half here at Wheeler. River Forest leads 1-0. Wheeler will bat when we return. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Our hero, Lantern Man, faces off against a nefarious insurance swindler.
I'll trick them into a contract and just keep raising the rates.
Luckily, they can make a call to Crow Company's Lantern Man. He's always ready to protect families from the insurance swindler.
I can easily defeat your overpriced policies. Fair prices always prevail when you call me, the Crow Company's Lantern Man.
Crow Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 o'clock in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. bottom of the second in this Greater South Shore Conference matchup between Wheeler and River Forest. The visitors from River Forest lead 1-0, but Jack Gates did a good job in the top half of this inning, pitching out of a spot with 2 runners in scoring position. Worked the fly out to end the inning, and now the Bearcat Bats will look to answer back. Bravo, McLaughlin, and Laba, the 1-2-3. And get ready to face Sebastian Colazo. Wheeler did start the first thing with a leadoff single, but a good throwdown by the catcher Herrera to erase him. Roberto Herrera, the senior, behind the plate. So now Bravo works. Colazo goes through his windup, fires the fastball high and away for ball 1. So second of 2 between Wheeler and River Forest. The Ingots picked up the 8-2 win. That was at River Forest yesterday. The 1-0. Called strike 1. Snapped a 3-game losing streak for River Forest. So now they're trying to string together a few wins as we move later into April, closer to May. These conference games become that much more important. The 1-1. Skipped over to second base. Harper steps up with it, throws the first, gets the leadoff man out. For 3, that brings now McLaughlin up. With 1 away, nobody on, junior first baseman. When we talk about River Forest, they had lost their last 3. They were outscored, just not a lot going right. Outscored 41-1 in those 3 games prior to yesterday's 8-2 win. So the offense trying to heat up here in late April, moving closer to May. Pitch from Colazo. Outside, we go 1-0, but that's the thing about baseball. You want to make sure you peak at the right time so you can get hot into May, and right when playoffs roll around, can make some noise. Now the righty goes through his windup. The 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And prior to that 3-game skid, River Forest had won 3 of their last 4. Played a tough stretch in those losses. The 1-1. Dropped in for strike 2. So Colazo ended that first inning with a strikeout. Has that slight hesitation in his windup, so Wheeler trying to get a feel for the pace. The 1-2. This one driven towards center field. It will drop. It's a 1-out single for Caleb McLaughlin. And so Wheeler gets the tying run on base with Blake Laba up to bat. So he was able to really time that one up well and drop it towards center field. Plenty ahead of Jamie. The Ingots center fielder, he plays towards a little bit to the left of the base, kind of at the peak of the W. That's out there in the turf in center field. Here's Laba. Catcher takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Had to lean out of the way there. Laba has driven in 5 runs on the season. He works with a runner on first now. 1 away, the count 1-0. And they'll throw over to first base, sliding back safely though. And we've seen the catcher Herrera threw out a runner already, so you have to be careful testing him. Now Colazo's 1-0 pitch. Laba puts this high in the air towards left field. Yates has a path to the baseball. And it curves. It gets in front of Jamie, so everybody's safe on the play. That one was sent sky high, hung up, and we mentioned a windy day, some sun as well, and the center fielder just lost it. It puts Laba on base, moves McLaughlin over to second. It's a tough day to be an outfielder with that wind pushing things towards right field. It looked like it was originally heading left, but then just kind of ran out of hang time and dropped in short center field. So that puts Laba on base. The first pitch to Kutka, taken for a ball. So a huge spot for Wheeler here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 on, 1 away. Runners at first and second. The 1-0 to Kutka. Kutka hammers this towards right field, towards that right center gap. Getting there is Gorham. McLaughlin will tag up and advance to third on the flyout. So Kutka with probably the hardest hit baseball we've seen today, but a good path by Gorham to get there for the second out. He advances his man McLaughlin a second, but now it'll be up to the second baseman, Noah Udzlik, with 2 away and runners at the corners. The first pitch from Collazo, jammed away foul towards the parking lot. That ricochets off somebody's vehicle out there. That's tough. Count 0-1. Have a story to go with that. Might save it for the top of the inning, but the 0-1 as it's lifted towards the River Forest dugout, drops foul. The count goes 0-2. But a story about why I always park as far away from the diamond as possible. And it's down to their last strike in this inning are the Bearcats. Collazo gets the sign, goes to the plate, sends it in for strike 3. He freezes up Udzlik for the final out of the inning. River Forest gets out of a jam as there are runners left on the corners. We're through 2 here at Wheeler. The Ingots lead 1-0. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Top of the third here at Wheeler. And it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Collazo, Ferguson, and Yates up for River Forest. I was getting to it in the bottom of that inning, but there were 2 outs and didn't want to run out of time. But that story was we saw foul ball towards the parking lot a few years ago when I was working in the Northern League with the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. We were at Griffith High School for a game against the Griffith Generals. And a foul ball gets hit towards the parking lot. We see the players in the dugout looking towards the parking lot, and my broadcast partner, the great Brandon Vickery, and I, we were joking about it, that somebody's car probably got damaged and somebody wishes they parked farther away and didn't think anything of it until later. Collazo gets ready for the first at-bat. So then after the game, as I make my way out to the parking lot, imagine my surprise when I realize that was my car that got hit by that foul ball. It's missing a back window and a baseball set just to the left of the car. First pitch from Gates, put in the air towards center field. The shortstop goes back, but calling him off is Machichi. Well, Machichi went back, and Machichi also stepped in. They're playing short and center. But that was Nick Machichi, the center fielder, who made the play. Calls off Cash. It was at short, and that's the first out of this inning. But after that day, I always make sure I park as far away from a field as I can. After you drive home without a window, that's a tough reminder. Brandon Ferguson batting now for River Forest. First pitch from Gates. This one tapped towards third base, but it spins foul. Got that one just above the hands and fisted it towards third, but it breaks foul, and so he'll do over again. So Gates able to work a quick out, and that's big for him as the leadoff man reached base in each of the first two innings. So now he can work with one away. The 0-1, fouled backward by Ferguson. Over the screen behind home plate. So now the 0-2. Ferguson reached on an error in the first inning. He waves at this one, gets a piece of it off the top of the bat. Gates and the third baseman Bravo both near it. Bravo calls him off, makes the play for the second out. So we've seen on both fly balls here in this inning, with the wind being what it is and the sun going behind home plate, communication so important. This might be one of those days where you think you originally have a read on it, but then things just get pushed towards somebody else, so you have to talk out there. That's what we saw by the Bearcats on each of the first two plays, and it's resulted in two away. First pitch to the lefty Yates, outside for a ball. Just to round out the foul ball off my car, I think I would have felt a lot better about it if I hadn't made fun of it on the broadcast going into it. Didn't realize it was my car that got hit. The 1-0. Flared towards left field. That drops in front of Seraphin. So it's a two-out single for Yates here in the third. That was Harper.
Now batting John Brock.
So Harper with the single extends the inning for River Forest. Collazo made the final out of the second inning. It was Ferguson who led off with a fly out to center, then Yates just flew out to third. Harper extended the inning with the single. This will be Johnny Brock. The pitch, flared towards right field and gets it off the top of the bat, but it loops towards the River Forest bullpen for a strike. So the count quickly 0-1. Brock was a strikeout victim his first time up against Gates. This breaking ball outside. Laba steps in front of the plate, looks the runner back to first. And we've seen Gates has been really excellent this day, pitching with runners on base. Worked out of spots with runners in scoring position in each of the first two innings. Works again with a runner on first here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. So now he's got Brock where he wants him, 1-2. The sophomore designated hitter up for River Forest. And so Gates, also sophomore, gets the sign from his catcher. Leans back, kicks towards the plate, spins one high and allows Harper to steal second on a slower pitch to the plate. He got a good jump and no throw down, so the count evened up at 2-2 here in the top of the third. River Forest leads by one. Now they have a runner at second. The 2-2 called, strike three. That gets Gates out of this one. A punch out to end the frame, leaves the runner at second. And Wheeler will take the plate when we return. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Flip the switch.
Stay with us after the game when we'll name the Ironworkers 395 Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkerslocal395.com. Bottom of the third inning here at Wheeler. The Bearcats get ready to take some at-bats after some good pitching by Jack Gates to end the top of the third. Gates picked up his third strikeout as he froze Brock looking. Max Serafin leads off for Wheeler. Then it'll be the top of the order, Machichi and Gates to follow. So righty on righty matchup against Collazo. Collazo goes through his wind. That hesitation, fires a fastball that's fouled away by Machichi, or by Serafin, and goes over the River Forest dugout for a loud strike one. Just a little bit behind that one. And for Wheeler, left two stranded to end the second. Serafin fouls this one, so he's just a little bit behind against Collazo, but he's making contact. And the count quickly 0-2. But Wheeler had runners at first and third, and then a flyout and a strikeout ended the frame. The 0-2, called strike three. Catches Serafin with a fastball to the outer corner. Starts standing off with backwards K, and that'll bring the top of the order. Nick Machichi up to bat with one away, nobody on. Trailing one. Machichi singled, but was caught stealing in the first inning. Junior center fielder Collazo winds and fires. Machichi puts it high in the air. Foul territory on the first base side. Ferguson's got a path to it and gets there for the second out. So one pitch is all Collazo needed to retire Machichi. Jack Gates bats now with two away and nobody on. Gates with an opportunity to help himself out. Batting with two away. As he's been pitching well. That one run he allowed was unearned in the first inning, but 3 strikeouts on the day in some tough spots with runners on, but has gotten out of a couple jams. The first pitch from the righty. He sends it back through the middle, but it goes to the glove of Collazo. The pitcher takes a step off the mound, throws the first for out number 3. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Bearcats. We are through 3, and River Forest leads 1-0. Stick around, you're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Hi, this is Tim down at Tire Pros and Auto Superstore, 5200 Cleveland in Maryville. 219-887-3333 is our phone number. We've been serving the region and building relationships with our valued customers for the past 23 years. We have a wide variety of services, quality tires with the best warranty in the nation, and some of the most skilled mechanics I've ever worked with. Let us exceed your expectations. We are setting a new standard. come on down, ask for Mike or Tim. We'll take excellent care of you. Thank you.
Fourth inning about to get underway here at Wheeler. Bearcats hosting the Ingots of River Forest. Jack Gates still on the mound, the sophomore lefty working as he will face bottom three in the lineup, Schweizer, Gorham, and Mendoza. Schweizer led off the second inning with a single, so facing Gates for the second time. So the sophomore working in a start going into the fourth inning here and trying to continue to work well against this River Forest lineup as they scored one in the top of the first, and that's been the only scoring we've seen so far today. River Forest has left 5 runners on base, while Wheeler just 2 left on. River Forest certainly a couple chances to add to this lead with leaving runners not only stranded, but left in scoring position. That's something as they continue to add up over the game. You really hope they don't come back to haunt you, especially in a one-run game. Trying to now add to the lead are the Ingots. Schweizer, the senior first baseman. Schweizer entering the day was 4 for 12. He adds to that with his base hit in the second. The pitch from Gates. Inside for a ball. Count 1-0. Gates steps back. Winds and fires. Gets it in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. So now facing the lineup the second time around, Gates has been working quickly. The 1-1. Drops it in for strike 2. Nice spin on that one. Backdoors the breaking ball. Just 2 walks on the day to the same batter and Jamie. And 3 strikeouts. The 1-2. Fouls it away, stays alive. Just able to get a piece of it was Schweizer to continue this at-bat. The wind still blowing in and towards right field. So Gates with the wind at his back, kicks and delivers to the plate. Schweizer goes up with it, fouls it away off the screen. So staying in the at-bat, 1-2. Fastball was rising in the zone. Schweizer just able to get under it. Live to fight for another pitch. And here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gates took a little something off it. Nice movement. Gets him to swing over for the punch out. His 4th strikeout of the day. Ellis Gorham bats. Gorham laid down a sacrifice bunt to advance Schweizer back in the second, so now he'll work with 1 away and nobody on. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Gorham, a senior. One broke a little too early for Gates. Drops in the right-handed batter's box. So it starts the count off 1-0. So the River Forest dugout making some noise, trying to fire up Gorham here, the 1-0. Called strike 1. So some good jump on that fastball from Gates. Evens up the count. Third baseman playing in, and this one spins behind the batter, Gorham. For a ball, we go 2-1. Wheeler has a pitcher throwing in the bullpen. Their starter, Gates, has been solid so far, keeping them in this game with a 1-run deficit. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. Count evens up at 2-1. Just not sure how soon we are likely to see this pitcher in the bullpen. to get a look at who it is down there, but for now, it'll be Gates on the mound. The 2-2. Jab towards second base. Udslick gets there, throws to first, and just retires Gorham, beats him by a step. The right fielder was hustling down the line, made it a close call. But the ground out is out number 2. There are 2 away for MJ Mendoza. The sophomore shortstop batting out of the 9 spot here, so a big out for Gates to get. You can retire the number 9 hitter. Don't have to face the top of the order in this frame. Save him for the 5th. That could really help. First pitch. Just misses high for ball 1. So the count goes 1-0. Gates gets the sign from Laba, kicks and fires, fouled away towards the River Forest dugout. So that makes it a 1-1 count. So Gates with a long pause. Now the pitch, the 1-1. In there for strike 2. Again goes with the backdoor breaking ball. When he's been able to get that in the zone, it's been a great pitch that River Forest really hasn't had an answer for yet. The 1-2. Lifted towards right field. Kutka has to hustle for it. It's going foul. Just drops outside the line. I mentioned that wind blowing to right field. Able to push it just a touch foul. That dropped it. Was still a little bit ahead of Kutka. Could have been trouble. But it's a long strike for Mendoza. Gates will look to retire him now with this pitch. The count 1-2. The lefty gets ready, goes to the plate. This one, driven towards second base. Udslick lays down for it, but can't come up with it. It's a 2-out single for Mendoza. That was deep to second base. Even if he got it cleanly for Udslick, it would have been a tough play to make because of how far he was basically in shallow center field, and he had to reach across the body. Did that roll off the turf, but it was going to be a tough one anyway, so that puts him on. Brings the top of the order, Walter Jamie, with 2 away and a runner on first. Jamie lays off the first pitch. Jamie's seen Gates twice today. He has walked twice in this game. Scored in the first inning, did not score in the second. Time is called by the batter. He steps out. So now facing Gates for the 3rd time in this contest. Top of the 4th inning here. River Forest leads 1-0. Gates looks to the runner at first. Now delivers to the plate. The runner's going. They will throw down to second, but it bounces in late. Stealing second safely is Mendoza. So with 2 away, there's a runner on second. And the count 2-0 against Mendoza. So Gates in search of a strike here. Looks to the runner at second. Goes to the plate. And the breaking ball misses high just barely for ball 3. So now, Jamie could walk for the 3rd time today. He will. So that one's outside. The throw down the 3rd. They don't get him. Mendoza tested the Bearcats there by stealing 3rd on ball 4. So Mendoza now records his 2nd stolen base of the inning. So the walk by Jamie puts runners on the corners. Sebastian Collazo will bat. Collazo, the starting pitcher for River Forest. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch, low. Ball 1. Hustling over to second is Jamie. So now 2 runners in scoring position for River Forest with 2 away. Gates gets ready for the 1-0. Outside we go 2-0. Gates is 2-0, swing and a miss for strike one. Took something off it, away from the batter. He swings over it. Collazo trying to deliver here. Mentioned River Forest has left 5 runners on base in this game. Don't want that number to continue to increase. The 2-1. Inside we go 3-1. Just trying to spot that fastball in the inner third. Just missed there. Now he gets ready, gets the sign, the 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. So a huge spot here. Full count, 2 runners on. Wheeler trying to keep the deficit at just 1 run. River Forest trying to add to it. Could dramatically change the game with 1 swing of the bat here. The payoff pitch, driven towards short, gets to Machichi. He floats it across the diamond. It's off the bag. Both runners will score. Going to second is Collazo. It's a 3-0 lead for River Forest here in the top of the 4th. So it was deep in the hole, the short. Machichi was able to go to it, got there, but then the throw carried away. And both runners score on the play. Collazo on base for the first time today. Goes to second.
Number 20.
And now Brandon Ferguson will bat. Ferguson reached in the first inning, flew out in the third. So he works with 2 away, runner on second base. Wheeler, after leaving a few stranded early, are able to bring them across the plate. They lead 3-0 over the Bearcats here in the 4th. The first pitch to Ferguson is low. It gets away from the catcher, goes towards the backstop. That will allow Collazo to reach third. So now he's just 1 station away from scoring. And the count 1-0 to Brandon Ferguson. He picked up the win yesterday for River Forest. Trying to contribute with the bat today. The 1-0. Fastball. Called ball 2. Ferguson with 10 hits on the season has driven in 8 runs. The 2-0 pitch. That's outside. We go 3-0. So Gates still just 1 out away from getting through this inning. But behind in this at-bat, 3-0. Gets the sign from Laba. Now his pitch. That's away for ball 4. Ferguson walks. He reaches for the second time this evening. It brings Rudy Yates up to bat with 2 away, 2 on. Runners at first and third. And now the Bearcats will have a meeting on the mound. Appears... Looks like Gates will stay in, but they're talking things over. Like what to do. You have a few scenarios in play here. Depending on where the ball is hit, what you could end up doing. So yeah, Gates stays in. Coach goes back to the dugout, so they get ready to face Yates with 2 on, 2 away. And 2 have entered to score in this inning. It's a 3-0 lead for River Forest in the top of the 4th. Gates gets ready. First pitch to Yates. Sent right back through the middle, over to second base to Udslick. And he can't get it to first in time. The run will score. It's a 4-0 lead for River Forest. They add another one here in the fourth. So Yates is on.
Number 9, Levi Harper.
Ferguson's at second, and Harper will bat. The 8th batter for River Forest here in this inning. First pitch is outside, makes the count 1-0. Lefty on lefty matchup. Gates outside, we go 2-0. So Harper singled in the third inning, extended that frame, made his way over to second. He struck out swinging his first time against Gates. So the count is 2-0. Gates gets set on the mound, fires to the plate. Swinging over this one is Harper. Both runners steal. Did he foul it? He did. So that's why it took that carom away from Laba, because he fouled it, so the count 2-1. So Ferguson over at second, Yates at first. The batter is Harper. Gates, the pitcher, 2-1 pitch, spins it high for ball 3. So now in danger of walking the bases loaded. The 3-1. Jammed high in the air to shallow center field. Machichi looks for it and gets there for out number 3. But the Ingots do some damage. They add 3 to their lead. We are through 3.5. It's a 4-0 lead for River Forest. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Bottom 4 here at Wheeler, the Bearcats with some work to do against Sebastian Collazo, who has been throwing excellent as well. Collazo with 3 strikeouts, 3 hits against, has not walked any batters. It'll be Cash Machichi, Nick Bravo, and Caleb McLaughlin to start things off for Wheeler here in the 4th. As a reminder that don't forget to visit regionsports.com, Facebook /Region Sports Nation, and Instagram for this week's Powering Indiana Peak Performers, presented by NECA, IBEW Powering Indiana of Lake County, the region's most trusted electricians.
Now batting number 12, Cash Machichi.
So Collazo given some help by his offense in the top of that inning. 3 runs added to the score. It's a 4-0 lead, and that can affect your mindset when you're pitching. And for most of this game, he's been working with just that tight 1-run lead, but now it's been added to. Pitch outside, so you could really settle into a groove, pitch with some more confidence. He's already been sharp with his command, and now with a 4-run advantage, Machichi takes outside. The freshman shortstop batting for the Bearcats here. He swings through that one. Evens the count at 1-1. Chichi struck out swinging in his first at-bat against Collazo. Now he's seeing him for the second time. The 1-1. Called strike 2. So we mentioned it earlier, that hesitation, or that pause kind of by Collazo in his windup when he steps back. There it is. Almost comes completely set. Fires the fastball away to go 2-2, but so when you're trying to get a feel for his timing, that can just disrupt things a little bit. So he's really been working well against these Bearcats. The 2-2. Outside, fastball. We go full at 3-2. Still some good life on that fastball as he's in for the 4th inning. Bottom 4 here at Wheeler. So the Bearcats chasing 4. The payoff pitch to Machichi. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is out number 1 in this inning. It'll bring Nick Bravo up to work with 1 away, nobody on. So the Bearcats later into this game now, they've lost their last 2 against River Forest and North Newton. So trying to break out of a bit of a slump, but prior to that they were really firing well. A 5-4 win over North Newton and then a 16-4 win on Friday against Whiting. First pitch to Bravo, low for a ball, but offense really stepped up in that one. A 16-4 win. Now Collazo gets ready for the 1-0. Goes through his windup. That's high and away for ball 2. It's a second time through the lineup against the righty, looking for something to work against him. Count 2-0. That's called strike 1. I mentioned no walks against Collazo either, so they've been able to get runners on, but he hasn't helped them out by providing any free passes. Now the 2-1. That fastball's away. We go 3-1, and that can almost put you in a different mindset where you're up to bat. Haven't been in many counts like this one at 3-1, and he's just been firing a lot of strikes early in at-bats. But now Bravo working him deep into this count, the 3-1. That's the first walk of the day. He takes it away for ball 4. And Caleb McLaughlin will bat with 1 on and 1 away. So big spot here for the first baseman. He singled, made it to 3rd in the 2nd inning. That was that 2nd inning where the Bearcats had 2 great swings against him. Even that fly out by Kutka was hit well. That might have been the hardest hit ball we've seen today, but Gorham was able to chase it down for the final out. But that 2nd inning, Wheeler was threatening with runners at 1st and 3rd. McLaughlin swings this one high in the air to center field. Jamie looks for it, makes the catch just at the corner of that W in center field for out number 2. So there are 2 away for Blake Laba up to work with a runner on first base. So with a 1-out walk to Bravo, he made his way on base, first base runner since that 2nd inning. Bearcats trying to work something against Collazo. The righty gets that one in for strike 1. Laba had a good single in that 2nd inning, mentioned that, where he really crushed it out towards center field, and the Bearcats haven't had a hit since then. That misses. We go 1-1. So we see Collazo into the 4th inning as well. Nobody throwing in the River Forest bullpen. So they appear to be content with him working deeper into this game as Laba delivers with 2 away, drops this one out in left field. He's on with his 2nd single. Bravo goes over to 2nd, so there are 2 on with 2 away for River Forest here in the 4th. Christian Kutka will now bat. Kutka 0 for 1 on the day, but really got a hold of one in that 2nd inning Took it deep to right field. Mentioned Gora made a good catch on the run to end that frame, leave the runners stranded at first and third. So Wheeler down by 4 with 2 away in this inning, but in a good spot. And any coach likes to see a 2-out base hit. It's a different mindset, trying to avoid becoming the final out of the inning. As Kutka fouls this one away behind the screen at home plate. Starts the count off 0-1. But Laba just with an excellent swing there to get on base. Move Bravo over to second. The count 0-1 to Laba, catcher for the Bearcats. He taps that one away foul. Kutka, the batter, junior right fielder. So he's down 0-2. Collazo looks over to the runner at second, now to the plate. High and away for ball 1. Good take by Kutka. So the left-handed batter gets ready as Collazo looks around, goes to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the 4th inning. The Bearcats leave 2 on. We are through 4 here at Wheeler. It's a 4-0 lead for the Ingots. They will bring the bats up when we return for the 5th inning. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Top 5 for this Greater South Shore Conference matchup between Wheeler and River Forest on a great day for baseball. Still sunny here. Is the wind a factor? But overall, a good day to hang out at the ballpark, take in this game. We've seen the wind howling in has helped pitchers, been tough on the outfielders, but we get ready for the 5th frame. We'll see Roberto Herrera, who is the starting catcher but has not taken an at-bat yet today, get ready for his first swing against Gates here in the 5th inning. Brock, who he's in place of, struck out both times against Gates, so the Ingots looking for a different combination with Herrera at the plate, the senior. He is 1 for 15 on the season, but that one hit was a triple that drove in 4 runs. So the righty gets ready against Gates. First pitch outside, we go 1-0. So we saw activity in the, still see activity in the Wheeler bullpen. They're letting Gates go out to start the 5th. The 1-0. Swings through it for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. So the sophomore able to muscle in a strike there, and time called by the batter. So he'll step away and get ready. And it could be tough for Herrera's been playing the field, but hasn't taken a swing yet. So when you've been watching Gates, it may look different from the dugout than when you're in the box. Seen him close up for the first time. The 1-1 fouled away to the screen at home plate, so he goes behind 1-2. So just trying to get that timing figured out and see how things are spinning towards you. But Herrera in his first at-bat of the day, the 1-2. Skips it down the third base line. It breaks foul. Count stays 1-2. Gates gets set. Starting the top of the fifth inning here. 1-2. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. The second baseman, Udslick, dives for it. Can't get there. It skips away. So Herrera is on base. And that starts the fifth inning off for River Forest. Lost sight of Herrera. He turned away and was getting the equipment off. So he's at first. And the batter now, Ahmed Schweizer. Schweizer, 1 for 2 today, a single in the second and a strikeout in the fourth. That's with Herrera at first, nobody out. First pitch, he shows bunt, taps it along the third baseline, but it breaks away. And he was he was in front of the plate. He steps on the plate, he's called out. So that's a big first out for Gates. And that really changes the complexion of this inning.
21, Ellis Gordon.
And you could tell on that replay, he was well out in front of the plate. That right foot was on the plate, so he made contact with it, but at what cost? And now Gorham flares this one opposite field into left field for a one-out single. That will advance the runner, and it's interesting. They had Schweizer try to lay out a bunt and gave Gorham the all clear to swing away. And so it's just different batters, different approaches. Manny Mendoza bats with one out and two on here in the fifth. Mendoza with runners at first and second. The pitch from Gates outside for a ball. Mendoza singled and scored in the fourth inning. And he's in a big spot here in that 9 spot with top of the order on deck. With Jamie, who's reached base 3 times today. The 1-0. Sent over towards shortstop. Machichi loses it and can't quite recover. That will put Mendoza on base. It loads the bases for River Forest. There's only one away here in the fifth, and could be trouble brewing as Mendoza reaches for the second time today. It brings the top of the order. Walter Jamie up to bat. River Forest base runner at every station. So the Bearcats trying to craft a solution to get out of this inning with one away. The deficit being at 4, facing a tough pitcher in Closet. You really can't afford it to get much larger than this. So a big spot for the sophomore Jack Gates on the mound. The count 1-0. Fastball just away. We go 2-0. Against Walter Jamie, the sophomore center field. He has walked 3 times. He has scored twice. Been a tough out to get at the plate. The 2-0. Called strike 1. Moves the count to 2-1. Jamie did not offer. So Gates needs outs by whatever means necessary. They bring the infield in. The count 2-1. Now he steps off. The runners at each base. Herrera at third. Gorham on second. Mendoza at first. The pitch to Jamie. He skies it behind the plate. This could be playable. It just drops in front of Laba. That broke fast, was carrying towards the wall, and it'll even the count up at 2-2. So now Jamie down to his last strike. After he put that one in foul territory, but it just unable to get to it were the Bearcats. So the count even at 2-2. Gates gets set on the mound. Runner at every station. The pitch outside. Now the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nowhere to put this batter. Walter Jamie, who has walked 3 times, he's had a good eye at the plate. Gates gets set and fires. This one lifted towards left field. Serafin loses it. It gets past him. Herrera is in to score. Hustling to the plate is Gorham. He will score as well. River Forest adds 2 on the single from Jamie. It's now a 6-0 lead for the Ingots. So that was fisted towards left field. Serafin was moving in on it, and it just dropped right in front of him. He nearly had the play, and then it took that roll past him, and center fielder Machichi had to get back and throw it in. So Herrera and Gorham both crossed the score. And now Sebastian Collazo batting with 2 on and 1 away. It's a 7-0 lead for River Forest. This one's fouled away. Count 1-1. This one jabbed towards left field. That will drop and roll towards Serafin. Moving to the plate and scoring is Mendoza. River Forest increases the lead with the 1-out RBI by Sebastian Collazo. So Mendoza scores from second there.
Now batting number 20, Brandon Ferguson.
And Brandon Ferguson will bat. So 3 runs have scored this inning. The only out being when Schweizer stepped on the plate when he was trying to show a bunt. It'll be a pinch runner for Collazo as he is the pitcher. That'll be Bose Rice. $7-0 lead for River Forest. And time called by the batter Ferguson. He has reached base twice today. Batting in the 3 spot. He was the pitcher of record yesterday for the Ingots against the Bearcats. This pitch outside. Ferguson with the 1-0 lead in this at-bat. Gates skips that, it gets behind the plate, rolls all the way to the backstop. Both runners will advance. So Jamie over to third. Collazo to second. Count now 2-0 with just 1 away. A big lead already for the Ingots. They could extend it here with Ferguson up to bat. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So Gates took something off that one, but Ferguson with a big swing over it. Gets the strike. The 2-1. Chop towards second base. Udslick gets there, throws the first, gets the second out, but in to score is Jamie. And then they throw over to third and get an out there. So that will end the inning. River Forest does the job, though. They are able to score 4 times. We head to the bottom of the 5th when we return. It's an 8-0 lead for River Forest. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With 40 years of experience serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee, Enigenberg Exteriors has only had one goal in mind: to achieve excellent customer service. From commercial and residential roofing to siding, window, and door replacement, Enigenberg Exteriors delivers 110% customer satisfaction from the first hello to the final walkthrough. Visit enigenberg.com for more information or give them a call at 219-365-2837. Enigenberg Exteriors. Restoring hope, one project at a time.
So that double play to end the inning, right there, some of the best hands in the business, just like the Bricklayers Local 4 of Indiana, Kentucky. Join Bricklayers Local 4 and start building your career today. Visit baclocal4.org to find out more. And there was a good play by the Wheeler defense to finally get out of the inning, though. You get the runner at first base, realize you had a chance to quickly throw down to third and get the runner there. So 2 outs on 1 play after a really strong inning from the Ingalls River Forest, scoring 4 runs on 2 hits and just able to add to what's been a lead they've been increasing throughout the evening. 1 in the first, 3 in the fourth, and then 4 in the 5th to add up to 8-0. And now the Bearcats looking to work a comeback. Noah Udslick batting to start the frame. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning against Collazo, who has been throwing it well. Count 1-0. Righty goes through his windup, holds, and fires. Udslick cracks it towards short. Mendoza gets there, fires across the body for out number 1. So that brings Max Seraphin up to bat with nobody on and 1 away.
Now batting number 28, Max Seraphin.
Seraphin, the freshman left fielder, is trying to produce for his team and get the top of the order up. Nick Machichi on deck. 2 freshmen in the starting lineup. Seraphin, one of them for the Bearcats. Cash Machichi, the other one. So you get freshmen at shortstop and left field. Really getting a feel for the varsity game and contributing to this lineup. The count 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So Collazo evens the count up at 1 apiece. Gets the sign from his catcher, Herrera. Holds and delivers. Breaking ball. Doesn't go his way. Count goes to 2-1. So Wheeler had 4 runners on base today. 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th. As Seraphin swings over that one for strike 2, but need to start working a rally as in the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th, down to your final 3 at-bats, and down by 8, need to chip away. The 2-2. Foul back to the screen. Staying alive is Seraphin. Make contact there, but just carries away to the screen. So Collazo gets ready. goes through his windup and delivers the 2-2. Seraphin caught looking for strike 3. It's another punch out for Collazo, and it's the second out of the 5th inning. 6 strikeouts for Collazo on the mound today. There are 2 down here in the 5th. And Nick Machichi trying to keep the inning going for the Bearcats with nobody on. Machichi 1 for 2 on the day. He singled to start off the 1st inning. Lays off the first pitch from Collazo. It's called a strike. So there is a righty throwing in the River Forest bullpen, so you wonder how much longer we'll see Collazo go into this one. As there's also a righty thrown in Wheeler's bullpen. The 0-1, high for a ball. Tight inside as well. The count even at 1-1. So Collazo goes through his windup. He's been a tough customer on the mound, and so for Wheeler, you start thinking if he's near the end of his outing, you want to try to make him work here. Go deeper in this count. They've only had 1 walk against them. The 2-1. It's high for ball 3, so Machichi trying to pick up the 2nd walk of the day for the Bearcats. In a good spot here, ahead in this count, 3-1. So Collazo holds up, kicks and fires. Machichi grounds it over towards Sweezer at third base. He lofts it across the infield and gets it to Ferguson for out number 3. So 2 groundouts and a strikeout. We are through 5 here at Wheeler. River Forest leads 8-0. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Our hero, Lantern Man, faces off against a nefarious insurance swindler.
I'll trick them into a contract and just keep raising the rates.
Luckily, they can make a call to Crow Company's Lantern Man. He's always ready to protect families from the insurance swindler.
I can easily defeat your overpriced policies. Fair prices always prevail when you call me, the Crow Company's Lantern Man.
Crow Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Top of the 6th inning here. Wheeler will bring in a new arm. Vincent Tattini, the new righty on the mound, will get you his stats in just a moment. As a reminder that when we see a new pitcher in, that's brought to you by our friends at Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement. It's the Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers. So Vincent Tattini, their freshman right-hander, takes the mound. There's some defensive adjustments as well. So we'll get the stats on Tattini. The freshman in for the top of the 6th inning here, trying to go through the paperwork. Tattini does not appear to have an appearance on the mound, so he will be working for the first time. So after all that, the Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers, brought to you by Enigenberg Exteriors, your all-in-one roofing specialist. Visit by ebergexteriors.com for a quote.
13, Ryder Yates.
So Ryder Yates leads off for the Bearcat, or for the Ingots of River Forest. So that ends the day for Jack Gates. count up his stats in a little bit. Day where he battled, had some unearned runs, and had to work out of some jams. This one fisted over to third base, scooped up by Bravo. He fires a strike to first base for the opening out. So that's a big out for the Bearcats. The ground out to start the frame in. Figured down by 8. Only 2 at-bats remaining. Can't let this one grow to anything more than an 8-run lead. Tatini delivers. Foul, or put high in the air to left field. It will be pushed fair. And Seraphin gets there for out number 2. So 2 quick outs. And that helps things out for Wheeler. Defense stepping up. Ground out and a fly out. 2 away for Roberto Herrera. Saw him bat in place of Brock in the 5th inning. Now in for his second frame. He's behind the plate catching. First pitch, low for a ball. Starts the count off 1-0. Taking a look ahead to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Gates, Machichi, and Bravo, the 1-2-3 up for Wheeler in the bottom half of this inning. And Herrera gets that one towards right field. It drops, and it gets past the right fielder. He will go for 2. Gets into second. So that extends the inning for the Ingots. Over to second is Herrera.
Batting number 12, Ahmad Sweezer.
That's the second hit of the day for Herrera. And now Sweezer will bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 away. We're going to see a pinch runner in for Herrera. That will be Devin Rosenfield, the junior, taking place of the catcher on second, so they'll be able to get him in the dugout to get the gear on. And here's Sweezer. He singled in the second inning, and he was the one that stepped on the plate when he was trying to bunt last time up. He swings over that one for strike 1. So, Tatini looking for a second out after allowing a 2-out base runner. Herrera would have gone with a single, but then was able to scoop past to second after that ball took a hop. This one fouled away by Sweezer. Gets him behind in the count 0-2. Ellis Gorham on deck. So the Bearcats in need of a clean inning here as they look to try to cook up a comeback in the bottom half of this inning. The 0-2. Outside for a ball, and stealing third will be Rosenfield. So the count 1-2. So Tatini takes a look around, kicks and fires the 1-2. That hits him. Sweezer hit by the pitch. He will take first. There will be runners on the corners. And Ellis Gorham will bat now for River Forest.
Now batting number 21, Ellis Gorham.
Gorham singled and scored in the 5th inning. There'll be another new runner in for River Forest. Try to see the number at that one. I believe that's Josiah Artest, the junior outfielder, running in place of Sweezer. So Gorham getting ready to work after the umpire gets things set. Runners in the corners, 2 away, 2 quick outs to start the inning. Gates grounded out, and then Harper flew out, but then the base hit from Sweezer, and now they catch the runners going, and they'll get the runner at second. Tatini steps off, had the runners in no man's land. He's able to throw down to second to retire Artest, and that will end the inning River Forest unable to score. We head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Bottom 6 here at Wheeler. Sebastian Collazo still in for the Ingots. He's been throwing well. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, or only 1 walk, pardon me. And just 4 hits against, no runs. So he has earned the right to stay in for the 6th inning after a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. Good pitching by Tatini and good heads-up play to step off and throw out that base runner to put a 0 on the board for the top half of this inning. Now we head to the bottom.
No bang, number 20,
Jack Gates leads off. So we saw Gates as the starting pitcher. He remains in the lineup. He's 0 for 2 at the plate with a fly out to left and a ground out to the pitcher. So he's looking to break through and help out his squad. And those 8 runs allowed don't tell the whole story for Gates, as he really worked hard on the mound. He jabs this one over towards second base. It goes off the pitcher's glove, and then Harper struggles with it, throws it wide. Gates is on base. That was going to be a tough one for the second baseman to make anyway. And then the throw was low and gets past the first baseman. It puts Gates on. And now Tatini will bat in place of Machichi. So Gates, the runner at first. Nobody out. Tatini up to bat. Wheeler in search of their first run. The pitch from Collazo, high for a ball. I believe that's a new second baseman as well, trying to get a look at that number, but regardless, the count 1-0. Gates on first, and Tatini batting, so he's in place of Machichi. Cash Machichi in the lineup, as he was in to pitch for the 6th. The 1-0. Swings through it for strike 1. Sliding back safely is Gates. So another freshman taking some swings for Wheeler. Saw Tatini scored the winning run in that win over Hebron a couple of weeks ago at the Steel Yard, the 1-1. And Tatini sends this towards left field. It drops fair. It takes a roll into foul territory. That will advance Gates to second. Big single for the freshman. And there are now 2 on for the Bearcats here in the 6th.
Now batting number 10, Nick Bravo.
He hit that against the wind, too. Everything's blowing right, so if it were a clear day, that one maybe would have traveled even further, but it just kind of hit a wall out there in left field and dropped in the right spot. Big single for Tatini, and now we'll see Nick Bravo batting with nobody out and 2 on. Bearcats pick up their 5th hit of the day. Collazo gets ready. Working out the stretch now. Here's the pitch. Bravo sends it through the middle, over to Collazo. He throws the second, gets 1. The throw to the first, bounces away. Ferguson unable to scoop it up. So River Forest doesn't turn 2. Going to third is Gates. Bravo reaches. He's on for the second time today.
Number 9, Caleb McLaughlin.
And that can always be tricky when you're trying to turn 2 and getting that last out, that runner at first when he's hustling down the line. You sometimes, if you rush that throw, you sometimes do more harm than good if it's off, and it could be dangerous for the first baseman. But Ferguson was still able to play it in front of him, so it didn't go, if that got away towards the dugout, that could have been some real trouble. Could have scored the run, but he kept it close, kept it within an arm's length, and leaves Gates only at third base. But now runners on the corners, one away. Count 1-0 to Caleb McLaughlin. He had a big single in the second inning. Fouls this one away. Count goes 1-1. So a good spot here for the Bearcats. 1 away, 2 on. Trying to break through against Collazo. Gates over at third base. Bravo on first. The 1-1 pitch. Bravo's going. The throw down to second. He will take second. The shortstop, Mendoza, stepped in. He was trying to cut that one off. They're paying attention to Gates, the runner at third. So the count 1-2. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Bearcats. The pitch. Jab towards first base. It goes towards the gap. Sliding in front of it is Harper. He will not be able to make the play. Gates is in to score. It's an RBI for McLaughlin. The Bearcats are on the board.
Now batting number 7, Blake Laba.
And Blake Laba up to bat. 1 run in already. 2 runners on. Bravo goes over to third base. McLaughlin on first. Laba's up. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And we'll now have a meeting on the mound. There's a righty in the bullpen. Will Collazo stay in? Or will they go to the new arm out of the pen? We'll find out. It looks like he will remain in this game, but now just talk goes to defense. What to do here? Trying to help their pitcher out, who's been throwing well today. You don't want to let the Bearcats back into this one. Blake Laba batting, the sophomore catcher. He's increased his batting average with those 2 singles. Now he bats with a runner in scoring position and another runner on base. Collazo gets ready. Sends this one to the plate. Traps it in for a strike. So starts the count off 0-1. Wheeler trailing 8-1, but they're on the board now. Collazo from the stretch. The 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 2. McLaughlin takes second. It's now 2 in scoring position for Laba. Looking to produce down to his last strike. Kutka on deck for the Bearcats. The 0-2. Called strike 3. He freezes Laba. So that's the 7th strikeout of the day for Collazo. And Christian Kutka steps up with 2 away and 2 in scoring position. Kutka made good contact in the second inning. And it was a better catch by Gorham. He gets all of this one, sends it deep to right field. Gorham's going back to the line, and he gets there for out number 3. So Wheeler sends 1 across the board, but they leave 2 stranded. We are through 6. River Forest leads 8-1. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Flip the
So Tatini stays in to pitch. We see changes in the defensive alignment. Nick Machichi's at short, so I believe Gates now in center field in Nick's place. So Gates, the starting pitcher, now playing center field. We saw Tatini in for his second inning of work, took the place of Cash Machichi. So Nick Machichi goes from center field to short. Jack Gates goes from pitcher to center field. Just housekeeping, getting things all sorted out as we start the seventh inning here at Wheeler. Ellis Gorham, Manny Mendoza, and Walter Jamie will bat. Gorham was at the plate when Tatini smartly stepped off and threw out a runner at second. So he gets ready. So it works in his favor. He saw a little bit from Tatini last time up, but not a full at-bat. Now he sees him again. So Gorham leads off. He scored in the fifth inning. And so good spot from Wheeler in the bottom of the sixth, able to get on the board. A couple of hits. Extra runners on base. But that tough play will give out the best hands in the business, too. Get that read handy. Talking about that last play to end the inning. It's only fitting with Gorham up at the plate. That catch Gorham made to end the sixth inning, those are some of the best hands in the business, just like the Bricklayers Local 4 of Indiana, Kentucky. Check out baclocal4.org to find out how you can join the oldest continuous union in North America. The 0-1, Gorham chops it towards the mound. It gets off the glove of Tatini, and that will put him on base. Tatini had that glove turned towards the batter. It ramps off. So on base is Gorham, but back to that catch Gorham made. That was the two hardest hit baseballs we've seen today have both been off the bat of Christian Kutka, and both have been flyouts to right field to Gorham. In the second inning, he had to really go deep down the line, make a over-the-shoulder catch, and then that one just drilled to right field, but Gorham was able to get back far enough as this one skips over to second base. Udslick gets there, comes up with it, throws to first, it squeaks away. And that will put Mendoza on. He scampers over to second base. Gorham to third. So now there are two in scoring position with nobody out. Gorham at third, Mendoza at second. Top of the order up, Walter Jamie. So threatening now are the Ingots of River Forest. Leading 8-1. First pitch by Tatini, low for a ball. So just wrapping things up. Kutka with two great pieces of contact, but two tough luck flyouts. It can be a cruel game sometimes where we really get a hold of one or two in Kutka's case and have nothing to show for it. And then other times it's just a tapper to the right spot in the infield, and that gets you on base. So Kutka with two great swings, but two good catches by Gorham in right field. Counting 1-0. Tatini against Jamie. Jamie sends this one to left field. It goes to the shortstop. Machichi makes the catch. The throw down to the plate. And Lava tags him out. So 2 outs on the same play for the Bearcats. Nicely done by Machichi and Lava to turn 2 in 6-2 fashion.
Sebastian Colazo.
So Gorham tried to test him on a fly out to shallow left field. The shortstop, Machichi, goes back, gets there, throws a dart to home plate, beat him by a few steps. So now they're 2 away, a runner on second base. Still have to worry about Mendoza over there. The first pitch to Colazo inside for a ball. Count goes 1-0. But a nice play turned to get 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And that gets a piece of him. So that will put Colazo on base, extends the inning. He's on for the 3rd time today. And Brandon Ferguson will bat with runners at first and second and 2 down. And look at that double play. There were 2 runners in scoring position, no outs. And Wheeler able to do a great job of taking away a run. This one sent back to Tatini at the mound. He recovers, throws to first, and gets him. The freshman sticks with it, throws out Ferguson. He gets through the inning without surrendering a run. It'll be the last chance for the Bearcats when we return. Bottom of the 7th, down 8-1. Stick around. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Hi, this is Tim down at Tire Pros and Auto Superstore, 5200 Cleveland in Maryville. 219-887-3333 is our phone number. We've been serving the region and building relationships with our valued customers for the past 23 years. We have a wide variety of services, quality tires with the best warranty in the nation, and some of the most skilled mechanics I've ever worked with. Let us exceed your expectations. We're setting a new standard. Come on down, ask for Mike or Tim. We'll take excellent care of you. Thank you.
Bottom 7 here, Wheeler down to their final 3 outs. As Colazo stays on the mound, so he's trying to go the distance to pick up a win for River Forest. They took down Wheeler 8-2 yesterday. They lead 8-1 today. It'll be Udslick, Seraphin, and then top of the order, Machichi up. As Wheeler looking to crank up a comeback here against a pitcher that's been throwing it well, Colazo. Seven strikeouts on the day, only 2 walks. So Noah Eadslick will try to produce here. He is 0 for 2 so far against Colazo, but try to get on base and start the inning with a runner. The sun's starting to set, shadows drifting over the field. Wind dying out as well. The first pitch from Colazo outside. There's a righty still up in the bullpen. See if fatigue becomes an issue for Colazo, if they go to him or if they're trying to let him finish off what he started. Goes through the windup, sets, and fires the 1-0. That's low and away. And so with a 7-run lead, you can be comfortable, but can't get too relaxed, as still these last 3 outs are the toughest to get, and quickly 1 base runner becomes 2, and it could drift away quickly. The 2-0 inside, so can't be too relaxed with a 7-run lead, and walks, as we're in danger of here, could make things a little uncomfortable. The count 3-0. The windup from Colazo. It's called strike 1. So 3-1. Eadslick trying to work his way on base. The sophomore second baseman lays off that one for ball 4. He's on for the first time today, and it's a leadoff base runner for Wheeler. And Max Seraphin will step up the freshman left fielder, works with a runner on, nobody out. Seraphin has been a strikeout victim twice today against Collazo. He's looking to break through. So 1 run on 6 hits for the Bearcats. Seraphin swings through that one. They have left 6 runners on base. So trying to get some work done here in the 7th. Count 0-1 to Seraphin. Collazo gets the sign, fires from the stretch. Seraphin knocks it towards left field, but it slices foul. So he's behind 0-2, but a good swing, just a little bit early. So the count 0-2. No, the wind really not being a factor. We could see if somebody gets one well struck into the gaps. That could help. Collazo gets set. And speeds the 0-1 to the 0-2 at the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's the 8th strikeout of the day for the righty. It's the first out here in the 7th. It brings the top of the order, and Nick Machichi up to bat for the Bearcats. So Machichi, he's 1 for 3. Had a leadoff single in the first. Junior gets ready to work. So 2 outs remaining for the Bearcats. Eadslick, the runner at first. Now the first pitch. Spins away for a ball. We go 1-0. 8-1 lead for River Forest. Wheeler able to get on the board in the bottom of the 6th. Now the 1-0. Inside we go 2-0. So Chichi gets out of the way of that one. He's had a fly out and a ground out in his following 2 at-bats after that single in the first. Count 2-0. Collazo gets the sign, sends it away. It gets behind the catcher. Eadslick will scoot over to second base. He's in scoring position now. The count 3-0, so in danger of back-to-back walks. Collazo trying to, or 2 walks in 3 batters, I should say. He got a strikeout last batter, so, but in danger of putting another runner on. They'll talk things over on the mound. I don't see. Looks like he will stay in the game, but they're just stalling, if anything. No coach on the mound. Ferguson puts his arm around Collazo, talking things over with his pitcher. Just trying to finish the job here in the 7th inning. While the Bearcats trying to make things uncomfortable. And they need 7 to tie, 8 to win. We've seen in the big leagues this season, 10 runs in an inning is a possibility. That Cubs-Diamondback game a couple weeks ago. But so it starts with Machichi up to bat here with a runner in scoring position. Ahead in the count 3-0. He's showing bunt now against Collazo. He will pull back as that's high for ball 4. 2 walks in the inning for the Bearcats. Machichi reaches for the 2nd time today. And Jack Gates will bat with 2 on and 1 away. Gates, the left-handed batter, playing center field after starting the day on the hill. Only 1 earned run. The stat line doesn't tell the whole story, as he really did pitch well. Pitched out of some good jams early on. First pitch from Collazo, outside for a ball, but so now trying to work things with the bat. He reached in the 6th inning and scored. So he scored the only run of the day for the Bearcats. They're looking to change that here. The 1-0. Gates puts it in the air towards left field, but that carries away, spins out. So the count even up at 1-1. Gates working against Collazo. The pitch. In there for strike 2. Gates lays off. The count 1-2 now. Runners at first and second. The count 1-2. Gates gets ready for the pitch from Collazo. Taps it foul. Gets this the top of the bat on it to knock it towards the catcher. So the count stays 1-2. Home plate umpire gives Herrera, the catcher, some time to recover after that one rattles off his equipment. Gates staying alive at the plate. River Forest looking for back-to-back wins against the Bearcats. Wheeler trying to snap a losing streak. The 1-2, fouled away by Gates. This carries towards left field, towards the Bearcat bullpen. It will drop out of play. Big conference game as well. River Forest 3-3 against the Greater South Shore Conference. Wheeler 2-3. And now Collazo gets ready for the 1-2. Here we go. Swing and a miss from Gates. No, he got a piece of it. Fouls it. Back towards the catcher. So Gates still in this one. But Collazo looking for strikeout number 9. He has worked deep into this game. Now the 1-2. Gates skips it through the right side of the diamond. It gets away from the second baseman. It will load the bases for Wheeler. Staying at third is Eadslick. He goes from second to third. Machichi to second from first. Gates is on base for the second time today. And Vincent Tattini up to bat with the bases full and only one away. River Forest, they'll bring the corner infielders in. Tattini, we saw him single in an at-bat in the 6th inning. He was then thrown out on a fielder's choice. So one away. Tattini gets ready. Pitch is outside, so Collazo, with only one away, trying to put those final outs on the board, but they've been tough to get, as there's a Bearcat on every base. The 1-0. Tattini sends it through the left side of the infield. It drops in shallow left field. Eadslick will score. Hustling to the plate and scoring as well is Machichi. So 2 cross on that play. It's a 2 RBI single for Tattini, and it's an 8-3 game. Wheeler not done yet. Nick Bravo will bat with 1 away and 2 on. As Eadslick and Machichi score on that single from Tattini, his second single of the day. He drives in 2. Gates goes over to second. So Tattini, the runner at first. Bravo has reached base twice today, takes the first pitch outside, starts the count off 1-0. So 3 runs on 8 hits for the Bearcats. Only 1 away here in the 7th. The 1-0. Fouled high towards the right field line. It continues to drift into the bullpen. So it evens the count at 1-1. So Wheeler doing a good job staying alive with this rally here in the 7th. Have made it a 5-run game. And still with potential to add to it with 2 on. Bravo gets ready for the 1-1. Just in their first strike. Count goes 1-2. Here we go, the 1-2. That gets a piece of him. Gets him near the shoulder. That will load the bases. Gates goes from second to third. Tattini goes from first to second. Bravo's on base for the 3rd time today. And Caleb McLaughlin will bat. We'll see a meeting at the mound for the Ingots. I wonder if this will be the end of the line for Collazo. With 1 away, but the base is full. And he will not take the baseball from him yet. So he will stay in. So everybody goes back to their station. Collazo stays in. Gets some handshakes from his teammates, but they're just trying to encourage him. So McLaughlin working here with the Bearcat at every station. He is 2 for 3 today. He is driven in a run. 2 singles and an RBI. Now the pitch from Collazo. Low for a ball. So you look at it now. Wheeler working back in this game with the bases full. The 1-0 pitch. He puts it in the air towards right field. Gorham looks up and makes the catch. The runners will not tag. So that's the second out of the inning. And Blake Laba, as the Bearcats are down to their last out, Laba will take the plate. Laba, 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. So the base is full, 2 out. Collazo trying to go the distance here with only the 3 runs allowed. River Forest leads 8-3 here in the 7th. They're looking for a win. They're second in 2 days against the Bearcats, but Laba strikes this one towards left field. It rolls all the way to Yates. Gates is in the score, hustling for the plate, sliding this Tattini. He scores as well. It's an 8-5 game. Blake Laba delivers with 2 away here in the 7th. He sends in 2, and now Christian Kutka, who has been swinging the bat well but has had nothing to show for it yet, works with runners at first and second. After the 2 RBI single by Laba, Kutka has hammered 2 fly balls deep to right field. 2 great catches by Gorham. He's the tying run. He gets all this one. It drops. It's fair. It rolls into foul territory. Hustling for the plate is Bravo. He scores. To third is Laba. It's an 8-6 game. The tying run is on base after that RBI double from Christian Kutka. Down to their last out, the Bearcats bring in another run. Laba's on third. And Noah Eadslick, who started this inning with the walk, he will bat. And now we will see, I think this will be the end of the line for Collazo. Another meeting at the mound. It's an 8-6 game. Wheeler has driven in 5 runs in this inning. Even with 2 away, they're still been able to score 3 runs down to their last out. That is the end of the day for Collazo. So he goes 6 2/3, 10 hits against. He has allowed 6 runs with 8 strikeouts and just 2 walks. Now we try to get a look at who is throwing on the mound. That looks like it'll be Mendoza, so there'll be some work to do, but that gives me some time to tell you about the Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurlers. It's time to introduce the new pitcher on the mound. It will be Manny Mendoza, the sophomore, throwing for River Forest. I'll get you his stats, but that'll be after I tell you about Enigenberg Exteriors, experienced roofing and siding contractor serving Indiana, Illinois, and Tennessee. Visit them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. So it's Manny Mendoza looking to get the last out in what is now a save situation. Mendoza in for his 3rd appearance, ERA of 11.76. He's gone 8 1/3, allowing 18 hits, 18 runs, 14 of them earned, walking 6 and striking out 14. So his command will have to be on the mark here, as he really can't afford mistakes now with 2 on and 2 away. Just need to get one out. It'll be Noah Eadslick, who started this inning with a walk against Collazo, and he did score.
Number 8, Noah Eadslick.
So the Bearcats will, or the Ingots will also move Ferguson over to shortstop. And there's a new first baseman in. But Eadslick trying to get the tying run, who's at second base, across for the Bearcats. First pitch, low for a ball. Called a strike. So Mendoza sends in the next pitch, high for a ball. So we go 2-0. 1-1. 1-1 is the count. So new first baseman in for River Forest. 1-1. Called strike 2 towards the outer corner. So Eadslick behind 1-2, down to his last strike. The Bearcats trying to keep this rally going. They've scored 5 in the inning. Mendoza settles, kicks and fires. Tap back to the pitcher. Mendoza gathers it, throws to first, and that will do it. River Forest survives after a late rally by Wheeler to close things out 8-6 here at Wheeler. Big conference win for the Ingots. They improved to 9-6 on the year. We will hand out some hardware and put a bow on this one after a quick break. Stick around. You're watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Back here at Wheeler High School, wrapping things up after River Forest defeated Wheeler 8-6 in a great conference game. River Forest improves to 9-6 while Wheeler falls to 6-10. Let's give out some of the awards. It's time to name the blue-collar player of the game. Or let's start actually with, it's time to name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals. We will go with Sebastian Collazo, the pitcher of record for River Forest, picked up the win going 6 2/3, allowing 10 hits, 6 runs, walked only 3, and struck out 8 in a great win, his 3rd of the season. Moving along, it's time to name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. We will give that one out to Blake Laba, the sophomore catcher from Wheeler. He had 3 singles, was swinging the bat well all day, and had that huge 2 RBI single to really help bring Wheeler back into this game in the 7th inning as they were down to their last out. He stepped up in the clutch, sent 2 across the plate. So a good stay at the plate by the sophomore catcher. And we'll finish off by naming the Ironworkers 395 Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. Tonight's play of the game we'll turn it back to the top of the 7th inning when with nobody out and 2 runners in scoring position, the Bearcats were able to turn 2 here, fly out to shortstop Nick Machichi. He throws a strike home to the plate to Laba to turn 2, 6-2. Not always how you draw it up, but it's 2 outs nonetheless. Great play by the Bearcats in what was a big spot in that game. So that was our play of the game. That was tonight's Ironworkers 395 Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395, Union Strong. It's now time to thank everyone involved with this evening's broadcast. To the management team at Region Sports, Chris Ramirez, Rich Castillo, Zach Miller, our sports director, Mike Dewan. To our crew tonight, Zach Sinelli doing an awesome job of keeping us on air all night long. To Martin Murillo, capturing all the action on camera. To the coaches from each side, Michael Kozinski from River Forest and Daniel Stewart from Wheeler. The athletic directors, John Steinhilber from River Forest and Riley Kruk from Wheeler, and the viewers at Facebook/Region Sports Nation, YouTube/Region Sports Nation, and RegionSports.com. This is Leo Stauder thanking you for watching. You've been watching Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.